Joining us now on MSUEagles.com is Kameron Scott, a senior defensive back for the Morehead State football team. And Cam, we appreciate your time today. And obviously the team has had some bright moments this year, some unfortunate stretches in certain games, another tough loss at Dayton last week. But just talk as you guys watched the film and kind of had your post-game meetings leading into this next week, what you guys learned from the review of the Dayton game.
Watching the film on Dayton the last game, we made a lot of small mental busts, a lot of small coverages a lot of small things we could have fixed, and we wish we can get those plays back, and it would have made a big difference in the last game. But we learned that we could have definitely had the game in our hands, and we kind of gave it to them. I myself made a couple of small busts, but we'll definitely get those things worked out and get it fixed up for when we play Butler.
You mentioned Butler. That's another road game this coming week at the Butler Bowl up in Indianapolis, 6 o'clock kickoff on Saturday evening. And obviously you don't want to tip your hand in terms of specifics with the Bulldogs, but what have you guys noticed in your pregame preparation so far about their tendencies on offense?
We've noticed that they're a pretty good passing team, they're good route runners, and we plan to keep watching film, keep watching their tendencies, and learn what we can learn from them, how they play, and we can prepare the best way we can to play this team and get a victory.
Kameron Scott, a senior defensive back with us from the Morehead State football team. And Cam, I'd venture to say that probably there have been stretches this year where this Morehead State football team has probably been as good as anybody in the Pioneer Football League, and then there have certainly been some stretches and lapses that you guys would prefer to forget about and hopefully have learned from. What specifically have you guys been working on in practice to try to put together that 60-minute game that you desperately need?
We're working on being a more sound and physical team. We're working on being more disciplined, working on being a team that's going to attack and hit you. We want to be a team that when we play other teams, we want to feel our presence in the stadium. We want to let them know that we're coming for you, and we're going to try to make plays and dominate our opponents.
You've worked with a couple different position coaches in your time as an Eagle. This is your 4th year in the program as far as your eligibility is concerned. Coach Paul Humphreys and Coach Mike Simmons have both worked with you individually and with your group. Just talk about those two coaches and kind of what you've learned from them and maybe the strengths that they bring to the table.
Coming into Morehead State as a freshman, I worked with Coach Paul Humphreys, coming as, he taught me a lot, coming from Fork Union. I learned so much from him. He's a great coach. He taught a lot about the technique, how to see things, where to look for your keys, and I learned a lot just being around him, just watching film with him. Off the field, he's a hard worker. He's very meticulous about his craft, and I worked with him for 3 years. This is my first year with Coach Simmons, and Coach Simmons he's a guy, game of inches kind of guy. He wants the small things to be perfect. He taught me that I didn't really pay attention to be low, play everything low, and that's made a big difference in my games so far. So, those two coaches are very good coaches, and I appreciate working with the both of them.
I think there are 14 different states here in the United States that are represented on this Morehead State football roster. You originally hail from the state of Virginia. Just talk about how you got to Morehead State and maybe the story behind your recruiting.
Okay, I went to Churchland High School. It's down in Portsmouth, Virginia, and I played 4 years there. And after there, I got recruited from Fork Union Military Academy, and I went there for a postgraduate program. And from there, I was recruited by a coach named Mark Baker, he was originally from Fork Union, and he got me up to Morehead State, and that's pretty much the story.
The rest is history, eh?
The rest is, yeah, exactly.
Cam, take us off the field a little bit and tell the viewers out there what you enjoy doing in your free time. At this point in the year, you don't have a lot of free time. You guys are working extremely hard 6 days a week. You have the one NCAA mandatory day off each week, but just tell the viewers out there what you enjoy doing away from football.
Well, on my free time, I like to, if I can get a workout in, I go get a workout, try to, perfect my craft as far as football. It's, if I get a chance to watch some film, I'll watch some film. Other than that, I'll be working on my schoolwork and trying to get my, education right for graduation, if I just be in my senior year.
You were telling me off camera a few minutes ago you're a finance major and you've got some plans for down the road. I know you're very driven off the field academically and preparing for your career. Just expand on that if you would.
I'm a finance major, and I decided to be a finance because I've always wanted to learn the financial system, working with money, and that just always caught my attention. My plans with that is to go, as the ultimate goal, be in the investment banking career. That, that takes different career paths, and as far as going as a commercial lender or a credit analyst, that'd be my plans for after college.
Well, Cam, we wish you and the Eagles all the best. Again, Morehead State football fans, the team will be at Butler this Saturday, October 20th, 6 o'clock kickoff. We'll have coverage on MSUEagles.com and the Eagle Sports Network. And then the big homecoming game the following week against Campbell here at Jane Stadium, kickoff on Saturday, October 27th at 1 p.m. Cam, thanks for your time.
Thank you.